Hey guys, Dreadbane joined by Sapphire. Our match today is between Boo, the pink Zerg, and Kiante, the orange Terran. Now this is Metalopolis, and I'm really looking forward to this, getting back in the saddle.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a grudge match here between Boo and Kiante, who both know each other and are both very active on Team Liquid ISC. So very keen to find out just exactly what goes down in this grudge match. For those of you who've been tuning in this whole time, you'll know that we started off with a lot of replays from these two. Boo and Kiante, both Australian players and both reasonably famous. They're always in the top of Diamond. I think since release they're bouncing around top 10, top 5 Diamond right now, and Boo is #1 Diamond in Beta. So yeah, looking forward to this game. Looking like pretty standard opening from Kiante. He's throwing down his supply depot before his barracks, so we're not going to see some super fast racks out of him. I want to know whether or not Kiante is going to go for his patented fast expand, which Boo's had so much trouble with in the past and has worked for Kiante in almost all of his matchups. He really favours going very, very fast economy and trying to get that CC down extremely quickly. So I'd be curious to see whether Kiante is going to go for that, especially in these positions in Metalopolis. So yeah, looking forward to a good game.
Yeah, they've positioned on the same side of the map too, so they are quite close if one of them does choose to go with air. But I mean that's still a long ways off. Kiante does have his barracks going down now and his SCV going out to scout. But I would like to see some, early just crazy business with maybe some command centers or something along those lines. But we have to sit tight and find out what's going on so far. He is going the wrong way though, so Kiante is not going to find him for at least a couple more seconds.
Yeah, it's going to take Kiante a little bit to find him the way he's scouting this. I'd like to see this SCV turn around a little bit faster, but so far he's just falling in. He is stockpiling a fair bit of minerals at the moment though, so maybe we will see this very fast command center. I'm just not sure. It all hinges on what Kiante is going to decide on. Meanwhile, Boo, who favours fast expand himself, is not going for that. He's going for a bit of a one-base play, but he does have a fair bit of minerals stocked himself, so he looks like to be expanding himself right now, just to make a larry out of me. But no, Kiante's got so many saved up minerals. I assume this is going to be a command center, so we're going to see the classic Kiante fast expand, I do believe. And we have this SCV. There it is. So here we go once again. The fast expand build that Kiante really favours his Terran, and Boo, recognizing his opponent for what he is getting fast links out to cover his own expansion. So this is going to be some very early harassment here and Kiante's really got nothing except this one Marine barracks bunker going down right now. So these Zerglings are almost here. So I'll be curious to see whether he can make it. Looks like the Zergling's going to close now. They're going to take a little bit of fire from this hill. Couple of Marines up there. They're going to take out this SCV. Should get the bunker for free. It's bad for Kiante. Looks like he's going to use both SCVs there, and he could even make it into the main at this point. More Marines streaming out, but it looks like this last Marine's going to go down. SCV is having to come off to save him. This this is all lost mineral time, so this is terrible for Kiante at this point. And meanwhile, we are seeing Bruce still harassing with these Zerglings, not sending more waves of Zerglings though, which is a little curious. So yeah, at this point, he's just getting a lot of harassment, but Kiante, despite the fact that Boo was in his base harassing him, he still sent more SCVs out to finish this bunker and work on his command center while that attack was going on. So I do like the defense we saw there from Kiante, but Boo himself not looking to fall behind in the macro stakes while he maineds his drones to his expansion. So yeah, looking reasonably even at this point, but I think Kiante, who's just so good at these fast expansion, is looking pretty good.
Yeah, he was able to defend that attack. It was looking a bit dangerous for a second there because he didn't wall off, of course, because he had to get his command center out. So those Zerglings were able to get in. But great play by Kiante just to make sure everything was okay there. And now he's in a good position because he does have this command center out. He does have this bunker really defending that whole area. But Boo, he is a bit ahead in the income actually because he has had his expansion for a bit longer now. So he does have a lot more workers than Kiante at this point. But yeah, it's just after that initial foray, we'll have to see what Boo's answer is.
Yeah, Kiante's transitioning into factory now, looking to go metal. He's played really passively to this point, just looking to defense up. He's got 2 bunkers down, which isn't too bad because it's salvageable as Terran, so he can always get those minerals back. But it's really allowed Boo a lot of time to tech up. He's got his lair online now, and even burning a scan there by Kiante just to see what tech buildings that Boo would throw down, but he hasn't yet teched, and looks like he may even be thinking about taking a second expansion to 3 base here. This is very fast expansion. from Boo here, taking a third just to stay one base ahead of Terran, which you always want to be as a Zerg player. You don't want to be even with Terran because they can just produce so efficiently per mineral dollar. So I like this from Boo. He's looking to stay ahead and looking to keep Kiante on the back foot a bit. And if he could just, I think he should keep up the harassment. I mean, there's a lot of room here for Zerglings to run by, get past these barracks, and with a wide open choke, he can do so much harassment. But at this point, Kiante is just free to tech up, and looks like he's going to move out now with these initial Marines that were defending. He might be suspecting that Boo is actually playing economically here, and we are seeing them move out. They might even get this Overlord for free, which they will do. And so yeah, so I like this from Kiante, as opposed to just, you know, sitting and waiting. He's actually taking the game to Boo right now, even with his defending Marines, and it's really not much of a loss if he does lose them. So I like this this play.
Yeah, meanwhile he's got the armory down, so we'll see some Thors in a second, I hope. Which, you know, I do love seeing a lot of Thors. And he puts the bunker down out front of the expansion, so these Zerglings trying to get around these Marines, but they are going to get the surround, take out all these Marines. So bad micro there by Kiante, and he has to cancel that bunker. So he was in a good position for the moment, but really good play by Boo just to recognize that very, very quickly and take care of it.
The good thing from Kiante's point of view, even though he lost this fight and these SCVs are most likely going to get picked off, he has seen this third from Boo, so he's going to be able to realize that he has to do some kind of counter there or slow his macro down a little bit, because he's going to fall behind quite quickly. But at this point, we are seeing Kiante catch up quite well here. Interesting choice, getting a second orbital as opposed to a planetary fortress at his expansion, so he's obviously feeling very confident in his ability to defend right now. We are seeing those lots and lots of Zerglings coming out from Boo. I think they should have come out a lot earlier, but Kiante looking to get the ultimate anti-Zerg unit now. He's getting Thors out, so the first Thor hitting the field right now, as well as upgrades coming for those Thors, so he's committing heavy to this metal build, although these Zerglings are going to be able to flank from this just wide open area. He could even like attempt some kind of suicidal run by up the middle, and he wouldn't lose too many, because he's lost a lot of his units at this point when he did that counterattack. So I'm not sure what Boo's thinking with this group of Zerglings that are just hanging out on the right side of the map, but I think Kiante is really wide open and vulnerable to a Zergling run by right now.
Yeah, as far as Kiante is concerned, just more Thors coming out, Starpod going down now, so we'll have to, he's going to have some support for his Thors in a second. Meanwhile, Roach is, of course, coming out for Boo, so he just has to build up his army. And these Zerglings are going to make an attack right now, though, but these Thors able to force them back. I don't want to get in that fight because there's so many SCVs around there to repair those Thors, so wise choice there by Boo.
Yeah, I would have thought that as opposed to engaging the Thors, he still could have contemplated a run by, especially with this wide open area. He could have, you know, got around the back, or just with this wide open choke, got into the base and harassed like hell. But Boo himself right now is getting such a good economy for Zerg right now, producing a hell of a lot of roaches, and he's even pulling ahead in the harvester count, which is really tough when he was 2-basing, but now he's got that 3rd base online, even taking a 4th. So Boo's macro right now is really kicking in. He's coming really, really strongly. He's getting Burrow online for his roaches, so he's going to have a huge army. It's just a case of he is playing against a meddling Terran, and once we get